Smart Fun Radio. Theatre, film, TV and more. Suzy Rong reviews it all on Joy Drive.
Suzy Rong, good afternoon.
Hi, Warren. I'm watching this show and looking at these young people make bad decisions. And I'm thinking, I used to only learn from mistakes, like learn from first-hand experience. I wasn't good at taking advice from people. Were you that way as well?
I think I always learnt from my mistakes. I like to seek advice from people. I'm one of those people that likes to find out what people think and then make a decision. But often I would make my decision anyway, not necessarily listen to the advice. So I'd hear them, but I might just think, nah, this is what I want to go with. And trusting my gut was always a thing that I had to learn to do more of. And I found often if I trusted my gut, I'd often make the right decision. And I'm
more the other way. I
really?
used to rely almost completely on instinct, and I think that's had its good points, and then it's also got me into trouble more than a few times. And looking back now, it looks like that's how I learn. I don't know. I wish I was more attentive and I was more obedient to what people were saying, but I just didn't have it in me to I was very disobedient, I think. Like I think I'm mostly been quite a pleasant, easy to get along person, but I wasn't very good at following advice.
Yeah, I think, but have you found that over time you've had to learn to trust your gut? You've had to learn to, you get these feelings sometimes. And I think, well, particularly for me, I was always trained in logic and evidence and everything, decisions, I'd get opinions and what have you, and I'd weigh up the pros and cons. I even have decision-making trees. I was so nerdy to make decisions, and then I'd ignore what my gut was telling me. But there's this intuition, this sense that you can't necessarily mathematically model, that it's just a feeling. It's just I just know that this is the right thing to do, or I've just got this feeling about a particular person. It doesn't feel right. And I feel
I'm really bad at delaying satisfaction. So when I feel an instinct, when I feel an impulse, I always go for it. And because of that, I have made some terrible decisions. And I think it's taken time to learn from it. And I feel like, I don't know if it's because I'm at a point in time where I feel like I've learned most of the big lessons, or have I just become better at listening?
Well, the other thing is, Suzy, I mean, you and I have both learned some big lessons in life. We've had some big things, and I think that each one of those adds to that wisdom and that experience, and it kind of makes the next time you have to make a big decision, it kind of makes it a little bit easier. For me, it does anyway. But I keep coming back to this gut feeling. I feel like I know there's impulse where, like, I'm just going to buy that thing, but there's something else where you sit with a feeling and you just tune in and you go, what's my body trying to tell me now about the situation I'm in? Because I feel like our bodies tell us a lot, and we're not trained to listen to them. We're not trained to pay attention to what we're feeling. And I'll give you an example. When I get really anxious, I get tight in my chest. I can feel this tightness. It's almost like, when you've got a burp and you haven't let it out. It's just this feeling, this tightness in my chest. And I can feel it, and I can tune into it. And now I know, that I'm getting a bit anxious, or my anxiety is creeping up a bit too high. I need to start looking after myself and meditating, etc., doing some relaxing things. But our bodies tell us so much, and we can ignore them or we can tune into them. And I think over time I've learned to tune into those feelings.
I think there's a lot of truth in that. The body has a way of telling you things that sometimes your mind doesn't quite piece together, or maybe the mind pieces things together maybe a little bit slower, and the body has a visceral reaction to things.
Reaction, yes.
Yeah, that it's useful to understand. I don't think that it always gives the right cues, though. I think for me, I have experienced it where just kind of fear or uncertainty has held me back from doing certain things, and then I will regret I didn't do it. It's not always 100%, but I think it is true that sometimes that visceral feeling, your instinct, actually holds a lot of meaning.
Suzy, you know what? That's really interesting about fear holding us back. I've had, I'd like to know how you feel about that with those missed opportunities, because I've had 2 opportunities that have been really good. One, an engineering opportunity that, I would have been multi-millionaire by now.
Oh, God.
Had I taken it. I didn't take it because I was too scared, because fear was there. And I think, and I reckon that's part of that.
Do you think that taught you a lesson?
No, I'm happy when I'm doing what I love. This is the job that I ultimately wanted to do in my life.
Does it make you less fearful?
It does make me less fearful, but it also makes me more content with life. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could sit here and go, do you know what? I missed out on this opportunity and I'm so resentful and it would eat me up. But what's the point? I may not have been happy. It may not have gone the way that it went if I'd have got involved. Who knows what happened? But
lots of rich people are unhappy.
Exactly.
So that's a good thing to remind yourself.
Exactly. So I don't. And the thing is, happiness also. Like, I love doing Joy Drive. I genuinely love doing this. That's why I do it as a volunteer every single day, because it just brings me so much joy. Pardon the pun. It really does. It's such a privilege and so lovely to do, and I really enjoy it. And that, to me, is worth millions and millions and millions of dollars. You can't quantify that sort of thing. But in terms of missed opportunities, another missed opportunity was an idea I came up. I workshopped it with some friends of mine, and it was this: we got the whiteboard out and we workshopped it. We were going to do this opportunity, and I got cold feet at the last minute and pulled out. This business is now an international business. All over the world. But I still feel proud because it was my idea. Do you know what I mean? And I let them
a third one's coming your way.
No, I don't want it. I'm quite happy. I really am.
That means a third one's going to come your way and you're going to turn it down again.
But it's interesting because they've all been business opportunities that have come my way. And I wonder if they're the ones that I've paid attention to. But I wonder if there's been other opportunities in life that I perhaps haven't paid attention to because I didn't put a value on them at the time that are important now. I wonder what that is.
Yeah, I wonder. Who knows? You would never know.
I love our chats. I mean, who knows where we're going to go with them. But we're talking about something, it's called Heated Rivalry. Suzy, what did you think of it?
Shane and Ilya are among the most famous sportsmen in ice hockey. One is from Canada and the other from Russia. When they meet one day, sparks begin flying and their adversarial relationship transforms from a conventional one on the rink into something that involves a lot of romance, sex and secrecy. The new series, Heated Rivalry, streaming on HBO Max, is a steamy drama about gays in sport and how men especially are unable to be their true selves in an arena that still operates like it's the Dark Ages. Traditional masculinity is a currency of the highest order, and with that comes all kinds of negative repercussions, including all the ways it puts restrictions on men's personal lives. There is clearly no correlation between who someone is sleeping with and how they perform on the field. But as we see in Heated Rivalry, extremely archaic ideas about sexuality remain absolutely relevant to the careers of men in sport. There is little in terms of story or plot development in Heated Rivalry that is new or indeed engaging. It all feels like stories we've heard many times before, but its production values are great, with 2 lead actors who perform marvelously in bringing extraordinary nuance to characters who are not particularly good at expressing themselves through words. It also helps that they're both very attractive, and they're often seen in their buff and having a lot of vigorous sex. This is probably not something to watch with family members over the Christmas period, but it could no doubt add spice to your own sex life. I'd go so far as to say that Heated Rivalry is in fact erotica, which is a good thing because because we can't let straight people have all the fun on our screens. It is also important that the central relationship is seen to be as much about sex as it is about love. There are shades of Brokeback Mountain in this tale of unspeakable romance, only with a lot more sex, which makes it a bit more fun, especially if you're not one for too much sappy sentimentality. Warren, how good are those glutes?
They're so good, aren't they? I tell you what, I did my lunges.
Me too.
And my deadlifts.
So inspiring.
That I was thinking about. I wonder if Suzy will bring that up. Yeah, they are amazing, aren't they? Did it motivate you to go exercising?
It really did. It really did. Because I thought my bum's good. And I'm watching it and I'm thinking, oh, your bum's not great at all.
I was thinking the same. I thought, right, I need to up the weights on those from tomorrow. So that's definitely happening. I wonder how long it took to get good glutes like that.
Well, I did a bit of research to see who these actors are, and they're both sports people in real life.
Aww.
And the one playing the Russian guy who has these incredible buns, I think he's a gymnast, and we've seen that at the Olympics that their bodies are completely I know to me it looks unnatural, but incredibly beautiful.
But enough to get Suzy wrong doing lunges.
Yeah, squats and lunges all night.
While watching the show, I wonder how many other people got into the lunges. We might see a big, focus on glutes all of a sudden. But yes, I did notice that. Hey, Suzy, I want to talk to you about, it's Christmas time. You're heading off on holidays to Singapore.
Are you?
No, you are.
I am. Yeah, I am. Tomorrow I'm off. My sister's getting married next week, which is why I'm doing Christmas in Singapore. They don't do Christmas in such a big way as we do here, so I will feel like I'm missing out a little bit. I think over there it feels a bit like just another pub holiday, because clearly Christianity doesn't mean quite as much over there. But it's going to be almost 2 weeks in my hometown. Having hopefully a really nice time in really humid weather.
And you're going to be exercising your glutes while you're there. Suzy, what I love about Asia at Christmas time are the lights in the shopping centres, though. I mean, you've got to admit, it's done really well.
It's incredible. It goes for a few kilometers on Orchard Road in Singapore, and the shops, especially the luxury shops and the department stores, they go all out. The place is decked out impossibly like it's Mardi Gras. It's great.
Oh, fantastic. Suzy, I want to say to you, have a lovely holiday. And I also want to say to you, as I do every year, thank you so much for coming and joining Drive every year. You do it as a volunteer. You write up your professional reviews. It's a lot of work, and we love it, and we love having you on the show, and thank you so much.
I love being here with you and being here with the listeners. It's a highlight of my week, and I look forward to another year of Tuesday Chats next year.
Thank you, Suzy. Merry Christmas, and catch you next year.
Merry Christmas. Bye.